as I sat next to Josh in what my Maimonides tongue-in-cheek called the C class in 10th grade math. Okay, they all did pretty well in the end though, right? Go C class. I also remember Tammy from the early days of her performing Pygmalion-like Sam makeovers, sculpting the uber suave man that we have today out of the size 6 math elite we all grew up with. Since that time, we have witnessed the fabrication of a modern Orthodox power couple. Sam and Tammy have drawn upon lessons learned in the homes of their youth and melded that with a contemporary approach to communal leadership to bring growth and energy into our community. I must disclose that I'm a bit biased because they also feed us Bloom's most Shabbases, and I'd really like that to continue. But that said, my description is accurate, and their efforts have come to crescendo tonight with tonight's dedication of our shul's new mikvah, in memory of Tammy's mother, Vivian Freund, Alaha Shalom. This project is particularly poignant because the influence of mothers has been so fundamental in who they are today. And now Tammy and Sam are sharing that legacy with those around them and with future generations of Jewish women. The essence of that level of chesed is, in a nutshell, Sam and Tammy Wald. As a busy fund manager at Fidelity, Sam works to solidify his clients' financial future. As chairman of the board of Maimonides, he works to safeguard the continuity of Orthodox Jewish education in the Boston area. And of course, as vice president of our shul, he works to secure the continuing growth of our Bethel community. He spearheaded, together with Mark Salzberg, the Herculean fundraising campaign that enabled the beautiful renovation of the building in which we are sitting tonight. Not to mention that we are additionally grateful to Sam for keeping the rabbi occupied and away from the bar during Kiddush. Thank you, Sam. Now, Tammy has served our community in so many ways, in official capacities and unofficial, that I could list them and I'd still be leaving stuff out, but I'm going to try. She has served and still continues to serve on the Shul Welcoming Committee, going on 5 years now, and if the surge in our Shul's growth is any indication, she has been phenomenally successful. She is involved in nearly every youth activity that has taken place in our Shul, and I know I'd be dead in the water every Lag BaOmer without her as a key staff member, which on my barbecue crew. Staff member is an inside joke. She actually does like everything for the barbecue with Sherry, and I cook meat and drink beer under a tree with Mark Mayer and Aaron Greenberg. In addition, she co-chairs the Maimonides PTA, which is a huge undertaking. So the question stands, can you have it all? A successful professional life, solid involvement and leadership roles within your community, as well as an enriched family life? Sure you can, and the Walds exemplify that. You just might not get a lot of sleep. And here's the thing, we as their friends know how busy they are with their various roles. But if you ask the kids if they ever see their parents, they look at you incredulously, well aware that their mom and dad always have time for them. Despite what is an overwhelming schedule, Sam and Tammy don't just make time, they create it to make sure that they can be fixtures in their children's lives, whether it be Little League, hockey, art projects, or a tour of every Major League Baseball stadium in the country. They just don't get a lot of sleep. In fact, I have it on good authority that the only reason Sam and Tammy agreed to be honored this year is that the rabbi promised them that they could actually have dinner together. So thank you, Tammy and Sam, for all that you have done and continue to do to make our shul a place that has transcended a simple place of worship. This has become a building where families come together, our children feel comfortable and safe, and with the completion of the mikvah is now an edifice that completely serves our spiritual needs. I thank you, as I know we all gather here together to thank you. I'd like to invite you all to please enjoy the rest of your meal.